back for another book review. Today we are talking about this one. So this is a new one from Llewellyn. It is Chinese Astrology, Life, Love, and Luck in 12 Animal Signs by Donna Stallhorn? Maybe that's how I'm supposed to say that name? This little one. So as the title would suggest, this goes over Chinese astrology. I feel like most of us know about it to some degree. You know, most of us roughly know what ours is. I feel like that's just something you kind of learn about at some point in your life. Like, I remember learning about it when I was in like elementary school of like, hey, like 90% of you are this one and the other ones are these. Like, because, you know, like it's based off the year, so I'm a rat. So like, hello fellow rats. And then like my husband is a rooster. Once again, he never fits his, but I mean kind of. So this takes it like a tiny step further than that though. And it does encourage you, which I didn't know this, but you know how we have like the Western astrology things of like cafe astrology and whatever, where you like type in your stuff and then you get like the houses and the all of that. Apparently they have that too in Chinese astrology. So it encourages you to go to this website, which I'm gonna be so for real. If you have an ad blocker, maybe use it for that one. Like, it might be worth using it because it was so many ads. I used it on my phone and I hated the experience. It was so bad trying to get any information, and it doesn't show everything on the screen. Oh, you have to scroll it sideways to see everything? Why? Just, it's the little things in life, and then battling it out with ads on top of it. Oh, but anyways, you find out things because apparently your sign has an element attached. Of course, it's going to be Eastern elements, not our Western ones. So instead you have wood, air, no, wood is air, wood, fire, water, earth, and metal. And your sign also will have an element attached. How? I don't know. It just showed what mine was on this website. Doesn't really explain how really. I feel like that's something you need to dive a little deeper into. It doesn't explain everything, but it does have a lot in here on that. Like, that's something I never knew. And yeah, so I gave this one a 4 out of 5. This is like some top tier, did not know stuff, which is nice. I don't get that very often. A lot of times these books that I read, it's kind of the same stuff. Like, that's why I get some other randoms, because it's like, why not? Maybe I could learn something new. Because most of these books, it's the same information over and over and over and over and over. And so this is like brand new territory. But also it's like, but wait a second. You didn't explain anything. What do you mean? And so I don't know. I don't know how that works at all. It kind of explained it, but I couldn't figure it out. Genuinely. I think it's something I would have to look into more. I'm really intrigued by the concept though, because it was really accurate. Because for once in my life, I was not destined to be a mom. Like, every single thing for Western stuff, for numerology, for astrology, like, I'm supposed to be the caretaker, the mother type, and it's not something that comes natural to me. And this book was the opposite, and in fact, very much me. As the rat, and specifically an earth rat, that's fun. I'm supposed to crave stability and also be a go-getter and an entrepreneur. Hi. Chasing money. Yes. If I could just get there faster, would be great. But yeah, it fit me more than telling me that I need to want to take care of everyone and be everyone's mom. Because I kind of am, but it's a choice. And I don't know, this one, it was nice to not see the same exact thing. But then for husband, he's supposed to be a rooster. And this is where it's those weird synchronicities. As a rooster, he's supposed to still have like the same vibe as a Leo. Like, he's still supposed to be like the center of attention, very charismatic, very luxury, and just not him. Like, at all. I mean, I would say he's charismatic, but he's like not. He's really awkward. Like, once he's comfortable, he's fine. But he does have a lot of social awkward and is just overall not like, he's not a salesperson kind of a dude, right? And as if you know him, but like, he's not a typical Leo. And the rooster had the very same thing of like, you're supposed to have like immaculate house. And I'm like, this man would literally never clean the house, like maybe a few times a year. Like, if he washes his sheets maybe once every 6 months, he's good. Like, he's not that type. And like, he uses the laundry basket once a week to gather his clothes. Otherwise, he will just put them next to the laundry basket. Why? Like, there's just, and then he's supposed to be obsessed with like how he dresses, and he wants the fancy house and the luxury car, and I'm like, that's not him. Like, at all. Not even a little bit. And that's the same thing for Leos. He's supposed to be chasing that, needing to be center of attention. But it's weird that he still gets the same energy vibe every time. Like, it does make you question it a little bit, how much every time it kind of starts to line up. But, and then of course, every single thing ever says that we're not supposed to work out. We're going on 8 years, doing fine. Because rat and rooster apparently are not supposed to get along for reasons. Like, neither of us are that particular. Like, he lets me do my thing, I let him do his thing. We're content as can be. Like, I think it's just like, remember that, like, I don't know, like, I've seen the signs that are supposed to be really great together, and you know, like, it's fine. Sometimes opposites work out better, right? Like, but also this one says we're supposed to be the same. Like, we're both supposed to be like, wow, we're gonna go do the thing. But yeah, so I don't know. It's something to keep in mind. It's like, it's kind of cool, but I have a hard time completely believing in it. A lot of times I look at astrology for this kind of stuff and be like, oh, that's kind of cute. But is it real? Like, because again, like, my husband, first of all, he doesn't drive, but even if he did, I don't think he's like a luxury car kind of a person. I'm the one hyper obsessed with the luxury house. Like, I want my dream house. And like, that is the thing that I'm hyper focused on. He could not care less at all, really. Like, he doesn't care. He's just chill. So I don't know, it's one of those where it's like, is it accurate? Is it just fun? Because I could just be it too. It could just be fun. We could just have fun, and that's all it is. And so I struggle with it sometimes, but I don't know, like, because I didn't do his, I didn't key his in, I didn't feel like battling it out with the ads. I don't know which type of rooster he is, which element. Maybe that would make a difference. But yeah, I don't know. I like it. I like this idea, and like the aspects of it, it covered a lot. Because each section has an overview of the animal, in love, at home, career, money, animal combined with the 5 elements. So again, I would be an earth rat. And then you have the animal in each year, so like tiger in a rat year, and then the animal in each month, because apparently the months also go through the cycle. I know, I didn't know that. So you'd have like rat in like the ox month. Did not know that. And then there's also the compatibility with each animal. And then you also have like these cycles, like every 12 years is a different cycle, and they're also broken down into, I think it was like 3 or 4 years do certain things. Like, I think, let's see, I wrote it down. It's on page 6. And it goes through it throughout the entire book. Each animal sign undergoes the 12-year cycle, much like a year on a farm. It begins with 3 years of seed planting, where new endeavors are embarked upon and new connections are made. This is followed by 3 years of seed tending, during which time and effort are invested in promising projects, nurturing relationships, and fostering growth. Next comes 3 years of harvest, where the fruits of your labor and the connections you've cultivated can be capitalized on. And finally, there are 3 years of seed saving, emphasizing future planning, future develop. Oh, I was so close. I almost got through with it without making a mistake. Emphasizing future planning, personal development, education, as well as rest and recuperation. I have never heard of that for Chinese astrology, like, ever. I'm sure if you actually looked into the culture more, you've probably stumbled across it. I have not seen that ever. So I thought that was really cool. Like, it's got a lot of stuff in here I have never come across. And I really love that, because it's always interesting to learn something new, and Chinese astrology is really interesting. I like the idea that it's not so much based on your exact location where ours is. Kinda, I don't know. It's still kind of based on your time of birth, but I don't know. I really liked it. I would recommend this if you are looking into Chinese astrology. This goes into a lot more than what you're gonna find in most books. And there are a few recommendeds at the end, kinda, because a couple of them were her own, so, but also not on the subject, but whatever. But apparently it can get a little bit too, like, ooh, you have no control, the stars align, like, you know, that kind of a thing. But this one doesn't really have that too much. It feels a little more grounded. But if you are looking into Chinese astrology and you're like, ooh, I'm year of the dog, then you want to learn more about it, it's got a lot in here. Like, this is one of those I think I would buy just to have, just in the event, again, when we have my witchlings one day, to give them their book of all of the witchcraft of their lives. This would be something I would put in there of like, hey, by the way, you were born whatever year we're in at that point, and to have that in there. And you know, I've even thought about, like, as I was reading through it, I was like, you know, this is one of those books that, like, if my nieces came over and somehow we got on the topic of astrology and I was like, hey, did you know about Chinese astrology? Let's find out about you. Like, this would be a great one to just grab off the shelf and like flip through and read their sections really quick, because they're not born in the same year, obviously, so it could be different. And yeah, I don't know. I'm curious your thoughts on this one. If you like Chinese astrology more than Western, I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. A huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me and get access to exclusive content, I post 5 days a week. I got a lot of stuff going up over there, so if you want to check it out, I have all sorts of fun things. I got my audiobook going up every week. Oh yeah, the audiobook is going live before the published book, because I am a self-published author. I can do what I want. I also have my Monday Fun Day books. I have my witchy and witch-ish books. That's actually what this was going to be. And then I decided that I loved it so much that I was like, you know what? It can be a main channel video. And so I got some really random ones over there. And then I also am going through STOW, the Shamanic Temple of Witchcraft by Penzak, picking that up again. And then I usually do my own craft updates and vlogs and stuff on Saturdays. So anyways, whole bunch of stuff, check it out. And until next time, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you see a new video from me every single day. And until next time, blessed be.